Pisces, let's see what's evolving, shifting, and changing for you. Friendly reminder, guys, if you need anything through me or from me, you can find it at SiriusTarotCo down below. Also have a second channel. You may also hear my sweet little babies in the background. I think you can see Coco right here. That is one of my guinea pigs. You may see the other one. You also may hear my bunny running around being destructive, chasing dogs. She is a free little spirit, whatever she wants to do. All right, let's see what's coming in. What's changing, what's evolving, what's shifting. Reveal what needs to be seen. So what's changing, what's evolving, what's shifting is things that need to be seen or being revealed. This could have to do with a Scorpio. It doesn't have to. Yeah, there could be a lot of tension going on. There could be a lot of things that are like feeling like they sting. Again, I've got 2 Scorpios here, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. There could be a lot of tension in a dynamic with a Scorpio. Something here is going to be shown. Emotions are running high. Exactly. So there's a lot of heavy energy here. A fiery climax approaches is on the bottom. So there could be a conversation or a little bit of drama that's about to come forth, if I'm going to be honest. There will be something coming to light. This could result in a lot of tension, a lot of uneasy energy. There could be conflict coming in, if I'm just going to be honest with you. Some of you could have a conflict coming in with a Scorpio or someone who has Scorpio aspects. People who are usually Scorpios are very direct, very like black or white, no bullshit. So you could have that coming in with a Scorpio where emotions are going to be running really high. What is this? What's shifting? What's evolving? What needs to be seen? Yeah, there will be a communication. Somebody from the past is coming back. Somebody could reach out to you. There could be a conversation that's going to take place. Something here about moving something out of rough waters into calmer waters. So there will be a conversation or some sense of action taken where a final decision will be made. So somebody could be conversating or telling you something that they want you to know. Could be after some seasons, some years. There could be a very slow offer coming in. The sun, again, is truth, clarity, guidance. What is this? What is the tension that's coming? There's discontentment. There's boredom. There could even be, okay, so you're going to be getting an offer of love. So the tension is that someone external to you could be discontent. This person could even be bored, if I'm going to be honest with you. And they could want you to see something. This person with the judgment, that's a person coming back from the past. Or that is someone you've learned a lesson with where a final decision has to be made. You're either going to allow this person back into your life or you're going to completely cut them out and say never again. The tension could be some sense of missed opportunity or some sense of discontentment. This person could have been very wounded as well. And that could maybe be the tension here. Oh, 5 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. Someone here could be juggling whether or not their actions were valid. So there's tension here in a dynamic and connection, and it will be shifting here in the near future, but there's discontentment here. You will be getting an offer to maybe give this another shot, try this out. Hey, why don't we give this one more shot? Try to be friends again, try to be lovers again. But there could be a juggling energy here. So the tension could be the 5 of Swords. Now, what is the 5 of Swords? The 5 of Swords is when someone does what they need to do with no regard to anyone else. So someone here could be unsure whether or not that is a valid response. And that could be the result in these emotions running high. One person could say, no, I did what was right. And the other person could say, cold day in hell, you're a fucked up individual. And that could be the reason there is so much tension and something's needing to be seen. And maybe a conversation needs to be had after some sense of time, because maybe there's some sort of happiness and clarity that could come from this. If everything is seen clearly, yeah, someone could be feeling left out. Someone could be feeling alone, abandoned, rejected. Someone here could also want to make a comment about them not feeling how they wanted to feel, which resulted in them making actions or choices that they did. So why is this evolving? Because we asked what's evolving, what's shifting. So it's kind of like there's been a connection, a dynamic, a conversation that's been needing to be had. But maybe this makes you really emotional. Maybe this is something you don't really want to deal with. I mean, I get it. But there could be something coming in where there will be discontentment with an offer. Because someone here could be having a hard time seeing it like the other person sees it. So, you know, if you have someone who's like, well, I did what I needed to do. That was what was best for me. So I don't know what your problem is. You could then be like, well, I think you're a selfish asshole and I don't know how you think that's okay. I am seeing that kind of energy here. A little bit of like, this stung. And emotions are running high on both sides. So both of you are not really, we're not seeing eye to eye. And that could be the ultimate lesson here. Someone here is looking at this from a practical and logical standpoint. Someone here could be waiting to have this conversation. Someone here is wanting investment or some sense of a new beginning after time of healing, resting, renewing. So it's like someone's wanting to maybe give this another shot. Why all of a sudden does this person want to be in your life? Six of Cups. Something about a soulmate energy. So this person could be like, you know, but you are a soulmate. No matter what's happened, no matter what's taken place, you are a soulmate. There is a burdensome energy here, though. This person could have wanted some sense of independence or freedom from you. That could also be a conversation that's going to take place. Something to do in the past. This person could have been waiting on that. This could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It doesn't have to be. Again, there's something here about opposing opinions, different views. Like, we're not on the same page when it comes to collaboration and what that looks like. So, I don't understand how this is shifting. Maybe there's something here where there will be a win-win outcome, but it getting there is going to take some time. There is going to be a very hard conversation about how both of you are feeling and how both of you see this. And that is the ultimate lesson learned, is that both of you are feeling left out in the cold or lack. Both of you are feeling discontent. But there's also acknowledgement here that we can't seem to breathe through this tension. And the tension is someone here was indecisive or unsure what to do. So they did what was best for them with no regard of anyone else. This could be that lover that you're with. And you asked them, you know, listen, I would really like for you not to go out tonight. I'm feeling very anxious. I would really like for you to be here for me. You've never done that. You've never really voiced to them that. And they kind of looked at you and was like, well, I kind of don't care what you want. And they went out the door. There could be something here where there needs to be a conversation where we need to reveal what needs to be seen. There's going to be a lot of tension because neither one of you are going to agree. And emotions are going to be running high. But there could be something here where there's opposing views when it comes to collaboration. You could have been waiting on this. There could have also been another person involved that could have stirred some sense of drama, conflict, jealousy. So there could have been someone else involved that made this tension more. So let's say this is like a 3-friend dynamic. There could have been that one friend that was like, stirring that pot. And that could be something that's going to be revealed, is that there was someone involved that someone trusted. Could have been a soulmate for one person. And this person could have been brought in their life or y'all's life to help you find some sense of confidence. But there could have also been something here where they brought a lot of unnecessary drama out. It could have had something to do with how stable you were, how grounded you were, or where you were at in your life. It could have really bothered this person. It could have made them hard to be a team player. Because when people are jealous of you or people are intimidated by you, it really makes them hard to be a team player. Why? Because they're jealous. The only time you're jealous is when it's something you don't think you'll ever get. Can I get a hallelujah? My guineas are screaming. The only time someone is jealous is because they don't think they can have what you have. So I do feel like there could have been some sense of jealousy here. There's been healing taking place. And that healing is showing someone, we're not fulfilled. We're not happy. I miss Pisces. And I would say you miss them too, if I'm being honest. You miss them too. You don't want this to be where it's at. The answers you need are coming. So you have some sense of answers coming in. And all the hard work you're putting into stuff right now will be paying off for you. So why is this shifting? Why was this meant to shift like this? Because something needs to come out. Someone was lying. Someone was being sneaky. Someone was not being honest. Somebody could have been cheating or stealing. Something needs to be seen. Yeah. And there could have been something here where you knew deep down something wasn't right. Something wasn't going on the way that it should have. There could have been a lot of growth on your part. This could have been something you were scared of letting fall apart. Both of you have a lot of regrets. Both of you have grown significantly. And there is a underlying, hey, we want a new beginning. We want a new beginning where we can be honest with one another, where we can be truthful, where we can see things clearly. So, you know, it's funny because this is either a lover, a friend, a family member, someone that you're connected to where there's tension, there's beef, there's drama, but you both want the ultimate end goal. I don't want this to continue to be our life. But I will say that one of you is like, but I can't agree with you because you're doing crappy things. And it's hard for me to ignore the Five of Swords. You did what you needed to do with no regard to anyone else. And I'm having a hard time getting out of this discontentment. I'm having a hard time seeing why I should take this offer. Why does this person think you should take the offer now? The Devil and the Eight of Cups. Yeah. There could be something here where they're going to say why they did this. So you could say, you know, you did what you needed to do, but they could have walked away or taken some sort of action because of the Devil. So that could be an addiction. That could be them needing something. You know, this could be that person who cheated on you and you didn't know why. The answers you need are coming. The answer could be that there was something that other person had that you didn't, and they wanted that. Whether it's money, whether it's stability, whether it's being able to provide for their addiction, whether it's a literal addiction, shopping, a lifestyle, and it could have resulted in them taking action that they were unsure of, but they were willing to do it. 1333, as I said that. And, you know, it could have been something where they should have waited to take that action or make that choice, but they didn't. They allowed themselves to have a very wounded approach. And now they're feeling left out. So you're going to get the answers or the clarity why they did something, and it has something to do with the Devil. So someone either had a hold of them, someone had control over them. There's something here where there will be a conversation being had where I think you're going to understand why this person did what they needed to do, but I think you're also going to recognize that that's not who you are. And that's okay. We can respect someone's choices and decisions. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to allow this person back in? I'm hearing I want you so badly, it's my only wish. Should you let this person back in? King of Pentacles. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. The World. They're telling you the only way you should let this person in is if they come in completely changed. If they come in with the strength and the courage. Yeah, they might not be able to see through some sense of a self-imposed prison though. They might not be able to see it as clear as you. So you're going to have a conversation with someone, but I don't think you guys are still going to see eye to eye. There's a lot of tension here. There needs to be a conversation had. Both of you are feeling really emotional. I think you're having a hard time really getting over it. I think you could either have regrets or sadness around this. Now, let's say this person did you dirty. Do you have regrets? Probably not. But you might have sadness around it. You might have a lot of emotional baggage when it comes to this. And they could be wanting to tell you why they had to walk away and why they have felt so discontent. They could even tell you, hey, I was discontent having to offer, go in a different direction, but it's what I needed to do to win. What did they need to win? Let's ask that. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. They wanted some sense of emotional fulfillment, happiness. But I don't know if this person was able to get it or was even set up to get it. Because I would argue that when you're chasing emotional fulfillment and, you know, it reminds me of those people who will get married and in 2-3 years later, they divorce that person because they met someone better. And they keep that cycle up. I would argue that you're never going to find your emotional fulfillment because you're always thinking about yourself. Emotional fulfillment doesn't always come from people making you happy, situations making you happy. I've talked to a lot of people, including some of y'all in the comments, and a lot of people get fulfilled off of helping or loving the people around them, whether it's your children, your animals, your family, your friends. Being able to be there for them and care for them and talk to them and have that bond is true emotional fulfillment. And I would argue that if someone here thought that they could just continue to get off the boat to get on another boat, well, this boat might sink, let me get on this boat. Okay, this boat might sink, let me get on this boat. They put themselves on a boat that sunk. And now they're wanting to have a conversation with you about it. Because something here's ended. I think this person's starting to see that they're wanting some sense of emotional fulfillment and happiness they're never going to get. It reminds me of those people who like embezzle money and then they go to prison for 20 years. Yeah, you're fulfilled for a few years. You're living your best life. You keeping up with the Joneses, but how happy are you going to be for the next 20 years if you're in prison? That's what I'm getting here. It's like this person was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone for their happiness. Their happiness meant more than anything. That's not true love. Now, I would argue we are allowed to be selfish, but when you love someone and you care about someone, you also take them into consideration. And there was discontentment here. And I think maybe there's something here where you've made a final decision and you're recognizing where there was lack of fulfillment, where there was abandonment, where there was unfulfilling energy. And now this person wants to come in and reveal what needs to be seen. Approaching you in a practical and logical way. Approaching you with the thought of investment in a new beginning. And they're telling you that if you want this, just make sure this person is really ready to be that partner for you. Now, we'll argue this. They're showing up as the King of Pentacles. You're showing up as the Empress. What does that tell me? They're not ready for what you're ready for. This person still has some learning to do. I would like to see Emperor, Empress. I'm not seeing that. So that does kind of worry me. Now, the King of Pentacles is amazing, but I would argue that the King of Pentacles still has some things to go through to be the ultimate partner for you, to be an equal. And maybe that's that tension. Maybe this person has a lot of fear. Maybe this person even lies to themselves when it comes to a completed cycle. And they have sadness and regret over you, and they're wanting to give you some sense of answers. But there's also acknowledgement here that this person, I feel like you're even unsure about this person's intentions. Like, why are you here? Are you here because all of a sudden I'm your happiness and I'm your forever and you've got to win me? Like, I'm getting a very skeptical energy from you. Why are you so skeptical? And maybe that's those emotions running high because this person disappointed you. Strength and the courage. Yeah. having a lot of anxiety, worry, stress. You want to have the strength and the courage to build something. You want a family, you want a legacy, you want stability. And there could be a hard conversation that's going to take place. There could be a message of truth, a message of bad news. For some of you, you're going to tell this person, the partner I need is the partner you can't be. I need someone strong. I need someone determined. I need someone who's willing to build something very strong and stable with me. And you're scared of that. You're scared of a completed cycle. That's the reason it was so easy for you to walk away from me. That's the reason it was so easy for you to just throw this in the trash. And it took a long time for my emotions to calm down and for me to finally see that I shouldn't be regretting anything. You should be regretting it. Regretting it because you're chasing a happiness you're never going to find. This person's chasing a high that they're never going to get. And I think you're tired of competing for someone to collaborate with you. If it takes any sense of competition or talking them into it, you're like, no, I'm out. I'm good. I'm good. Bye. Give me, let's say that this is love. What do we have? This person could really want you. Regret. Regret. Someone's feeling remorse, but there could be some obstacles here, okay? There could be obstacles here. Patience. Everything's unfolding in divine timing. There could have been something here where this person rejected you in some sense, form, or fashion. Your intuition's been guiding you here. So, I mean, you know, I tell people this all the time. Just because someone regrets something doesn't mean you should take them back. Have they changed? Have they evolved? Have they grown? Are they willing to understand what the connection with you is going to take? Are they willing to put in the energy, the effort, the time, the conversation to heal this and to fix this with you? I would say no. I would say that the way you view this person, you view them as someone who only cares about their own happiness. And if that means leaving you, your children, your animals, everything that you guys said you were going to build together, you did build together behind, where can we go from here? There are unhealed wounds on this person's side, blocking movement forward. And I see you making a final decision after this conversation or this meetup. This person's really discontent. This person's really unhappy, which is resulting in this. This person could bring you flowers or something like that when they come visit you. Yeah, you're going to have a very guarded approach. You're going to be defensive. You're going to be holding back. You're going to be like, okay, but why are you here? What do you want? I don't think you trust this person. There's going to be a lot of reflection here. This person does care for you. I would even argue that this person has some sense of feeling and emotion for you. But if they did run, are they scared of their feelings and their emotions? What did they think that they were going to? What did they think this emotional fulfillment was going to turn into? King of Swords, they thought that this made sense. Your intuition told you that they went towards something that made sense, but it could have been the wounded aspect of them. They could have been between a rock and a hard place. They reflected on their happiness and what would be fulfillment for them. There could have been something here where you had very firm boundaries, something here about communication, you being practical, you being logical. It could have been really hard for this person to handle you in that form. Ten of Pentacles. Judgment. This person made a final decision. They had a choice. They could have had a choice between multiples. What was going to grow? Divine timing, they made a choice and things turned fair. Right now they're fair, but now they're wanting to communicate with someone that they left out in the cold that they see as a really loving individual. Yeah, this person made their choice, but now they're seeing you in a different light and they're wanting to come back because they feel bad for leaving you out in the cold. Interesting. So just know this person's regretting leaving you out in the cold. This person regrets what's happened. They want to give you some sense of answers. I will say I don't think the answers are going to actually change your opinion or your view. If anything, I think it's going to make you be more like, okay, I knew this. I knew what you were doing. I knew that you thought you were going to just kind of pick the best version of what you wanted. They picked all right, but it could have also been a lesson that they were going through again. They could have ended up having to go through a lesson again with whoever they picked. And now that they've been resting, renewing, healing, they can't help but want to come towards you and give you some sort of answer. It only makes sense. This person could have been very defensive and guarded towards you when all of this started taking place. They could tell you why they were defensive and guarded towards you as well. Okay, so just know they're coming back. They have regret, they have remorse, they're discontent. Are we surprised? No. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. Have a blessed day, guys.